Welcome back to 5 Minutes With on Buzz TV. I'm Mike White. Joining me today is Jonathan Zahler with the law offices of Jonathan Zahler. Welcome to the program.
Thanks, Mike.
So you're not really an attorney, but you're a mediator.
Right. I practiced family law, representing people in divorces, paternity, all that stuff for 22 years, and that is stressful stuff. So about 4 or 5 years ago, I became a Florida Supreme Court certified family law mediator. And basically what I do is people come in, most of the time with their attorneys. Sometimes they find me privately, and I go back and forth and help resolve their disputes. Children, money, you name it. It all comes up.
So is it more rewarding than what you were doing before with the private practice? Less stressful, more stressful?
It is definitely more rewarding and is definitely less stressful. In private practice, it was a situation where you were battling with the other side, battling with the other attorney, battling in the court system to get court dates, battling, I don't want to say too much with the judge, but battling with the judge to get the judge to act on your situation. And then when the act or the ruling came from a judge, it's kind of like triage. They dealt with the moment, but they didn't deal with any long-term solutions because the court system is very reactive. And then a lot of the time you're battling with your own client. Mediation, much different.
Now, let's get very political with this now.
Okay.
All right, so when I asked you where you went to law school and you said University of Florida, but I'm not a Gator. Talk about growing up and why you're not a Gator.
Actually, I grew up in South Florida. I grew up in Miami. I did a couple of years at school in upstate New York in a different potential vocation, but found myself back in Miami. Graduated from University of Miami. I am a diehard Miami Hurricane fan. So when a Hurricane fan, or I think an FSU fan, attends Florida Law School, as several of us did at Florida Law School, you don't convert over to the dark side.
You just kind of head down and get your way through.
Well, you go to the games and you drink a beer like anyone else, I guess.
So when you're not working and mediating, what do you enjoy doing to relax?
Around these parts, I cycle a good bit and I motorcycle a good bit. So I'm a two-wheel guy, I guess.
So with motorcycling, is it with more vehicles on the road? Have you changed your patterns, or is it just one of those?
When I learned to ride a motorcycle, the best piece of advice or thoughts on it I was given were the predictor of a good motorcycle rider is someone who's a good driver. So if you're aware as a driver, anticipating what people do out on the road, expect those, stupid right turns that happen in front of you or people turning into you, and you just bring that heightened awareness to the road on a motorcycle because you are more exposed and it inherently is more dangerous than being in a car, and you bring that kind of awareness skill set, it helps. But you always got to be ready for anything. That's on the road or life or anything.
Well, I watch all the texting and driving and all of those issues nowadays, and I see the motorcycles going that just it's scary. But
what's interesting is we have the friends I motorcycle with. We have comm systems in our helmets. New technology is fantastic because we'll be riding along. We don't go on the highways too much, but we wind up on I-95 sometimes, and when you see someone that's squirrely or whatever, we're talking to each other. Hey, watch that guy in that vehicle up there, and you're anticipating what they're going to do wrong before they do it. Then you go by, they're on the phone, and you just see it a lot.
And you also, on your bucket list, you talked about you enjoy skiing.
Oh yeah, living in Florida, you must be a snow skier, of course, I believe you are too, because we were talking about it. We've both been to very good places, a lot of the same places. But I try to get 3 weeks a year at least, and it's travel, but we have an airport.
So. My goal in life then is to come back and work half as hard as you do, because it sounds as a mediator you have a whole lot of fun.
I do, but I do work very long hours. I actually work longer hours than I did as a lawyer. I did a stretch 2 weeks ago, I think every night I was there past 8 or 9, and I just go straight through. I don't even stop for lunch most of the time. We had one that went till midnight, so I'm doing straight time, straight hours back and forth, but it's very little stress because these are not my issues, these are not my litigation issues. I'm helping people resolve issues, and it's very rewarding that way. When I go out of town, when I'm on that motorcycle, when I'm on the ski slope, I don't have to think about any of this because I come back and I just find the next people and help with their issues the next day.
Well, thank you for coming on the program today. We appreciate it. And thank you for watching Buzz TV. We'll see you next time.